What if the reason your strength is fading after 65 isn't your age at all? What if it's something happening quietly on your plate every single day? Something most people believe is healthy, but is actually speeding up muscle loss without you realizing it. Because here's the part no one explains clearly. Muscle doesn't just disappear as you age. It's lost through a chain of small, repeated nutritional gaps that start decades earlier. And the most dangerous part, these gaps don't feel like mistakes. They feel normal. You eat 3 meals. You avoid junk food. You think you're doing everything right. But something is still missing, and that missing piece is what determines whether you stay strong or slowly weaken year after year. Let's go back to where this really begins. In early adulthood, your body is incredibly forgiving. You can skip meals, eat low-quality protein, rely on convenience foods, and still maintain muscle. Why? Because your body is efficient. It rebuilds quickly. It uses what you give it. So you don't notice the imbalance. But over time, habits form. You start prioritizing calories over quality. You eat enough to feel full, but not enough to support muscle repair. And that distinction matters more than most people realize. Then your 40s arrive. This is where the first invisible shift begins. Muscle protein synthesis. The process your body uses to repair and build muscle starts to slow down. Research from U.S. aging studies shows that adults can begin losing 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade starting in their 40s, even if their weight stays the same. But here's the twist. Most people don't change how they eat. They continue with the same portion sizes, the same protein levels, the same meal timing. And because the changes are gradual, they go unnoticed. Strength feels a little lower. Energy feels a little off. Nothing urgent. Nothing alarming. So nothing changes. Now we move into the phase most people misunderstand completely. After 70, the rules change again. Your body becomes less responsive to protein. This is known as anabolic resistance. It means your muscles need more high-quality protein to get the same effect they once got from less. But here's where the problem deepens. At the same time, appetite often decreases. So now you need more nutrients, but you naturally eat less. That's the hidden conflict, and most people never adjust for it. Instead, they eat smaller meals, lighter foods, more carbohydrates, less protein. It feels easier. It feels comfortable, but it accelerates muscle loss. Then comes the breaking point. It doesn't happen overnight. It shows up as subtle weakness, difficulty getting up from a chair, slower walking speed, reduced balance, and then one day, it becomes visible: a fall, an injury, a hospital visit. According to American health data, falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths among adults over 65, and one of the strongest predictors of falls is muscle weakness. Not age, weakness. Now, the fallout begins. Recovery becomes harder. Independence starts to slip. Daily tasks require more effort. Medical costs increase. Mobility decreases. Confidence drops. And here's where most people try to fix it. They turn to outdated advice. Eat less. Avoid protein for kidney health. Just take supplements. But these fixes often fail because they don't address the real issue. The issue is not just how much you eat. It's how strategically you nourish your body for muscle preservation. So what actually works? There are daily nutrition habits that can change this trajectory, even after 60, but they're not what most people expect. First, protein distribution matters more than total protein. Most seniors eat very little protein at breakfast, moderate at lunch, and more at dinner. But research shows that spreading protein evenly across meals improves muscle retention. Your body doesn't store protein the way it stores fat. It uses it when you give it. Or it does. And single quotes T. Second, quality matters more than quantity. Not all protein is equal. High-quality sources like eggs, dairy, fish, and lean meats provide essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle. Plant-based sources can help, but they often require higher quantities to achieve the same effect. Third, timing becomes critical. After periods of inactivity, like sleep, Your body is more responsive to nutrients. Skipping protein in the morning, one of the most common mistakes seniors make. Fourth, hydration plays a hidden role. Dehydration reduces muscle function and recovery, and many seniors operate in a mild state of dehydration without realizing it. Fifth, micronutrients matter. Vitamin D, magnesium, and B vitamins all support muscle health. Deficiencies here don't always show obvious symptoms, but they weaken your system over time. Now here's the connection most people miss. Across millions of seniors in the United States, the pattern repeats. Those who maintain muscle don't just eat more, they eat smarter. They adapt their habits to match how their body changes. And those who don't slowly lose strength, even if they believe they're eating healthy. So here's the question. Are you eating to feel full? Or are you eating to stay strong? Because those are not the same thing. If you're over 60, there are 3 things you can start today. First, add a high-quality protein source to your breakfast. Eggs, yogurt, or another complete protein. Don't skip this. Second, aim for consistent protein in every meal, not just dinner. Balance matters more than volume. Third, drink water intentionally throughout the day. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. These are simple changes, but they directly impact how your body maintains strength. Now the warning. Muscle loss doesn't feel urgent until it becomes irreversible, and by the time weakness is visible, rebuilding becomes much harder. That's why timing matters. And one final thought to leave you with. What if the strength you want at 80 is being decided by what you eat tomorrow morning? If that made you pause, then you're starting to see what most people overlook. If this helps you think differently, take a moment to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and drop a comment with one change you're going to start today. And if you want the next piece, the exact daily routine that combines nutrition and movement to reverse early muscle loss, make sure you subscribe.